All right, my name is Christopher Autmon. I'm doing my review of Predator and Prey, Cloak and Dagger, and the authors are Bill Matto, Peter Gillis, and Terry Austin, and it's published by the Marvel Comics Group. Uh, the page length is about 436 pages, but my immediate story is only 64 pages. It is a graphic novel, and but it's not a genuine graphic novel. It is a compilation. There's at least 17 other comics included in this. Um, let's see. Act 1 of Predator and Prey really begins on page 19, and the story is told from Cloak and Dagger's viewpoint. Now, what their basic premise is very simple. They have to stop a demon that resides in Cloak's void of darkness, who assumes the role of Jack the Ripper. And Jack the Ripper was one of the world's most notorious serial killers of the late 1800s in London. He finds his way to New York City and uses Cloak's void as a doorway into the modern world. Now, that said, let's fast forward a bit. That's the demon. That's their basic goal. They have to stop the demon before he takes more lives. And the answer to your question, does the conflict in Act 2 support the goal? Yes, it does. Does the story have a solid character arc? Yes, it does. Does it have a clear beginning, middle, and end? Yes, it does. In fact, Act 1 begins on page 19 through 33. Act 2 begins on page 34 through 52, which is the bulk of the storyline. And Act 3 concludes the story on page 53 and it's ended to page 64. So there is a clear beginning, middle, and end to this, and it's very intense. Does it have a solid character arc? Yes, it does. And it transitions the character. It tells the characters transitions from their torment to their long suffering to they're mutually drawn to each other. They're mutually drawn to each other's pain, and the darkness and the light can sustain the darkness and balance each other out. So now, is there a change in them? Yes. To tell it briefly, both individuals see their mutual need for each other, and they become more powerful together than they could ever be apart. Let's see, does the story establish effective transitions? Yes, it does. And does the story have, and I had no problem following the story, McLeod's transitions as it relates to the story is very simple also. It's time and motion. It's done in sequences, and it's very intricate. Also, transition also affects our perception of time, and it's done through both, basically through sound and motion, special effects, and actually special effects and dialogue. Okay. And as it relates to the graphic novel, time and motion sequences are very intricate, and the transitions are carefully placed to make the reading and interpretation and perception of what's going on each page not too difficult to follow. Okay. Does the story make a use of the page as a mini comic? Yes, I'd have to say so. Because each page is its own story. as it unfolds. Um, does the story make effective use of directional flow? Yes, and very effectively. It's not too hard to follow at all. Does the movement of the art combined with the layout and the text of the page pull the reader through? Yes, it does. This is very easy to follow, very easy to grasp, very easy to interpret and understand. Okay, let's see. Do you recommend this to your classmates? Yes, I do. I highly recommend it. It is very entertaining and very thought provoking. Jack the Ripper has been an urban legend for the better part of a century, and there have always been stories written about him. Okay, let's see. Plus, it includes many of the X-Men characters and Doctor Strange, it includes X Factor, X Power Pack. It includes the Punisher, to name a few others. Okay. For the reasons stated above, I would recommend it to my friends outside of my classmates. And any other observations I have, it's simply this. Cloak and Dagger just included its second season on the CW network, and it is doing well in the ratings boost. The characters are portrayed as teenagers, actually, and it's really, really done well. So this is my take on the Cloak and Dagger graphic novel, Predator and Prey. Hope you like it. I highly recommend you view it. And in any case, if I don't be seeing you, I'll be seeing you mañana.